Henshin go baby, what's good guys? Yoku here, and today we're going to be talking about damn, I forgot, just like that, Imagine Dragons Light Cone. But not just Imagine Dragons Light Cone, I also want to talk about the new 5-star Light Cone coming into the herder shop with 1.3. Like 1.3 is bringing so much good stuff. Hi mama, hi. You trying to kiss on cam, you can't be doing that. 1.3 is bringing a ton of crazy good stuff into Honkai Star Rail, and unfortunately I didn't really get to talk about everything that's coming in on 1.3, but I mean, it is what it is. You guys know that by now. Moving forward is just a quick backstory or just a little bit of pretense. I've done this for Jingyuan, I've done this for Locha, I've done this for Silverwolf, I've done this for Blade, I've done this, oh actually I lie, I did not do it for Kafka because I was sick. So here we are doing it for, I was about to call this guy Mommy Dami, wow. Imagine Dragon, aka Imbibitor Lunae. So briefly, we're gonna go over the solitary healing. I've seen a few videos, not too many, but I've seen a few videos and a lot of traction, a lot of discussion about this particular light cone. Number one, it's free. Okay, you can get this from Herda Shop, which this is going to be the Simulated Universe shop. Everyone can get these tickets. It's free. Increases the wearer's break effect by 20%. When the wearer unleashes their ultimate, increases DOT dealt by the wearer by 24% for 2 turns. When the target suffering from the wearer's DOT is defeated, the wearer regenerates 4 energy. There's a 5-star light cone, free. The best part about this is you can superimpose it. What is the general rule of thumb that I've taught you guys pertaining to superimpositions, especially 5 stars? Double all of the values. That means that the DOT from the damage is more than likely going to jump from 24% to 48%. The break effect is going to jump from 20% to 40%. That means that if you have a Kafka and you did not pull Kafka's signature light cone, this is a free 5-star light cone for you to give to Kafka or Sampo. If you have Sampo or Luca, those 2 characters are in particular. I guess you could look at Serval, but I would more than likely focus on Sampo and Luca. You are giving them a free 40% break effect increase. You're also giving them a free 48% damage increase from the DOT damage they do. That is crazy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this light cone. Yes, the answer is yes. The answer will always be yes. Now we can move over to Dan Heng's light cone, right? The brighter than the sun has finally been officially revealed, and this light cone is crazy good. 635 attack. Is that the strongest attack we've seen so far? I could be wrong, but that's a crazy good amount of attack. Again, I love destruction. We're just gonna throw this out here, all right, guys? Destruction is probably my favorite path in the game so far. Every single destruction light cone that's been given to us, at least the limited banner ones, crazy good, cracked out of their mind. Blade increases crit rate by 18% for free. Same thing that Blade got, right? Now Dan Heng gets it. He gets a free crit rate for free. What did I tell you guys? Actually, I don't think I released that video yet, but I'll talk about it eventually. But there's a high chance that as a destruction character, as a DPS character, he's going to have some form of crit, whether that be crit damage or crit rate. Probably won't change too much, but as of right now, free 18% crit rate on top of the 5% crit rate that he's going to get. That's going to be what, 23% crit rate, 23% free crit rate that he is going to start off with, which means you only need another 28% or 20. Yeah, I'm right. You need another 28% crit rate in order to get whatever it is that you're looking for. The 50%, right? Your 50% crit rate, so that you can, 1 out of every roll or every coin flip, you get a crit, or you're likely to get a crit, I should say. You also have the basic attack. Whenever the wearer uses a basic attack, we know that Dan Heng is going to be using basic attacks. They will gain 1 stack of Dragon's Call for 2 turns. Dragon's Call, the key signature ability here for this light cone, is going to increase the wearer's attack by 18% and energy regeneration rate by 6%. Dragon's Call can be stacked up to 2 times. It's going to be very important because, as we've seen from Dan Heng's ability, the way he works, he's boom, boom, boom. He's going to suck up those skill points, right? All 3 skill points. We've already been talking about different ways to build an SP positive team so that you usually always have 3 skill points to give to Dan Heng. But from what we've seen in the stream, the live stream, we know that Dan Heng's ultimate is going to give him 2 coins, 2 of the Sanctima, whatever it's called, which means that every ultimate you get 2 free coins to use for your skill points. So they don't actually consume skill points, which means you really only need 1 skill point when you have Dan Heng's ultimate readily available. So that means that the energy regeneration rate is going to be 12% on top of potentially an energy an ERR rope, right? Or this could actually remove the need for an ERR rope altogether if there's some type of specific rotation that's going to be worked out, so that, oh, you get ult every 2 or 3 turns or whatever it is. And then with his light cone in particular, that allows you to use an attack percent rope instead of an ERR rope. That might change some different values, some different things, get you a little bit more damage. Obviously you're paying for the damage because, you know, signature light cone, but it is what it is. Now, I want to make this very clear. You don't need this, okay? Looking at this light cone and then looking at what we have in the game, this is a luxury light cone. I can't believe I'm actually saying this for the first time in a long time. Mine is Locha, I guess. I wouldn't advocate for anybody pulling this light cone. Now, this isn't to say that this light cone is not cracked. I love free crit rate. I'm probably gonna pull this light cone if I like Dan Heng. I don't like the way he plays. I didn't like the way he played in the story. I can't really see myself using him over somebody like Blade or Kafka, but it is what it is. If you like him, treat him well and get his signature light cone. You don't have to fret though. You can save your primo gems. You can save your stellar jades for possibly Fu Xuan and picking up a Lynx or trying to get Fu Xuan and Lynx, whatever the case may be. Let me show you guys Fall of an Aeon, which most of us should understand and know by now. All right, so here we are on game 8, whatever the website is, but point being is that you can see Fall of an Aeon. This is the other free 5-star light cone that you're going to be able to get from Urta Shop Destruction. This is going to apply to any destruction unit that we use. Now, we, not me, but we as in the community, compared this light cone to Blade's light cone, and I think Blade just clears this light cone. I think his signature is too important. He doesn't need it. I just think his signature is way too important. It gives him so much good stuff. It gives other destruction characters so much good stuff. I think Dan Heng's light cone is going to give the other half of the destruction characters a lot of good stuff. Looking at Fall of an Aeon, you can see here, whenever the wearer attacks, their attack is increased by 8% in the battle up to 4 times. You have to stack this. Unfortunately, this doesn't rack up the way that you would think it does, right? Like it's not gonna, and it could change, I don't know, but from what I've been able to tell or see in the game, I'm not gonna be able to use Dan Heng's max skill and then get all of my boom, 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 I get all stacks immediately. I don't think it works that way. I think it's per attack. But again, I could be wrong and it might be different for Dan Heng. Whenever he inflicts the weakness break, or whenever a wearer inflicts the weakness break, this is going to increase the damage by 12% for 2 turns. So 8% stacking up to 4 times and then 12% 2 turns. If you superimpose this to level 5, which is free, once again, anything in the herd shop, maximum free to play advantage. You can superimpose this. When you superimpose this, all of your values double. You now get 16% attack increase up to 4 times. 16 times 4 is 64, if I'm not mistaken. You get a 64% raw attack increase just for attacking. You also get a 24% damage increase whenever you inflict weakness break on enemies. This is just a raw damage light cone. If you're looking at raw damage, this is what you want. Now, there are some advantages to having Brighter Than the Sun here. The advantages to having Brighter Than the Sun is the free crit rate, which will open the door for you to be able to run Rutilant Arena. What that means is Rutilant Arena has what, 70% crit rate minimum before you can get the basic and skill enhancements on your kit. He only cares about the basic attack damage, right? That's going to be an extra 20% for free. If you can hit that, your 70% crit rate is going to help or maybe alleviate the fact that you're almost always going to be critting. And then all you have to do is focus on crit damage, speed, attack percent, and you go from there, right? Without that, you're missing out the 18%, which means you need to make up for 18% or whatever it is to hit 70% from somewhere else. That could be a number of things, which we'll say the 2 main important things, right? You have your substats and then you have your crit rate body piece. With his light cone, you're able to easily run a crit damage body piece. We've seen this with Blade. We've seen anything that gives you crit rate, you're able to run that crit damage body piece. We've seen that with every character in the game so far that has something like that has a light cone that allows that. Blade is the most recent example. Now looking at Imagine Dragon, you can see similar results, right? You can see the same thing. Without it, you're gonna have a harder time. And getting 70% crit rate through substats alone, boy, you gotta be one lucky son of a gun. So with each light cone comes its own benefits. Now, there are some things that I could probably get into, but I won't get into it specifically, like, you know, whether or not the attack percent boost is going to be more important with partners like Yukong or Ting Yun, or if the crit rate with the damage increase is going to be more important. Can you use Yukong's buff to circumvent not having the 18% crit rate, because she's going to give you like a free 25% crit rate and then a bunch of crit damage? There's a couple different things that you can run, but this is just the gist of it. At the end of the day, do I think Imagine Dragon needs his signature light cone? And the answer is no. I don't think he needs it. I know a lot of you are going to be in the comments, no one needs anything. You could beat everything in the game with a free-to-play 3-star weapons. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to attack y'all, but I hate when y'all say that, man. I hate using that, so because it's so irrelevant. when we have these discussions, it's so irrelevant for people to, hey, you could beat everything in the game free to play. So like, you don't need anything. I don't need to play the game, but I play it, I enjoy it, and do things in the game to make myself enjoy it. If I like Dan Heng and I want Dan Heng to be as powerful as he is, then I'm going to treat Dan Heng well. I would like to know, as a player, free to play or not, which light cone gives me the most damage. And it is what it is. Looking at both light cones or any other free to play light cone that's in the game, any other like secret vow that's in the game, I'm looking at Fall of an Aeon, or I'm looking at Brighter Than the Sun. If I want to run Rudolent Arena, I'm more than likely going to be looking at Brighter Than the Sun. The reason is because I want to be able to run a crit damage body piece to maximize my damage potential. If I don't want to do that, I don't want to spend the extra jades to get Brighter Than the Sun, or I don't get lucky, I want to run an S5 Fall of an Aeon, then that's what I'm going to run, which is totally fine. I'm going to use a crit rate body piece, and then I'm going to hope a lot of my crit damage comes from my substats, which crit damage substats are a lot easier. It's way easier for you to get like a crit damage 22% on every single substat piece versus crit rate 11 to 15% on every single substat piece on top of the speed that you need. So it really just comes down to convenience. It really comes down to convenience. It comes down to what relic set you're going to run. Wastelanders or Musketeers. Musketeers could help with speed and the basic attack. And there's a lot of different things that you're going to be able to do with Dan Heng. I think the more I look at this character, the more impressed I am. And the more I start to defeat some of the thoughts that I had about this character. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, what you think about the light cone. If you think it's worth it, if you don't think it's worth it, and you're going to run the S5 Fall of an Aeon, if that's totally content with you, you don't care about Rudolent Arena, and you're going to run some other relic set or planar ornament set, let me know. I want to know what planar ornament sets you guys are looking at running besides Rudolent Arena. All that out of the way, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, because I'm trying to get my engagement up on both. I will be streaming on Twitch at some point, probably during the Dan Heng thing. I don't really know. Haven't set that up yet. I told you guys, give me 2 weeks. Regardless, I can't say my user outro because it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you. Oh, wait. Yo, thank you guys so much on that last video. Not the Asta video, but like that was fun too. I had a really good time. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that video. The video before that, where I was talking about Dan Heng and Fu Xuan, and I asked you guys to like comment for engagement and stuff like that. Thank y'all so damn much. That was great. I didn't expect that to happen, but it did. I saw so many of you guys in the comments. Yo, comment for engagement, like for engagement. I'm here for the engagement, bro. Engagement boost, algorithm boost. I'm like, damn, that's hot.